Pontiac Grand Am on the tower side of Sonny Tyndall here in the Varner Holland lane. Sonny Tyndall had tire change in round one qualifying and took a hard turn toward the center line, and Randy Weatherford saw him out of his corner of his eye, and he just shut it off and coasted through in round one qualifying. So hopefully these guys made the adjustments to get them down the track for this second round of qualifying. Sonny Tyndall, the Tyndall Electric Service, Pontiac, out of Casey, South Carolina. Here on the tower side, beautiful paint job applied by Barney Squires on the Tommy Mooney built Grand Am. Charlie Bug Jr. horsepower. Gene Fulton putting the power plant together for Randy Weatherford. Big 706-inch Pontiac Chevrolet, you know it, GM corporate power plant, what they call it. WS Construction, Providence, North Carolina. Gary High's-built Corvette. Folks, if you want to check out what the Quick 8's doing, go to quick8racers.com. It's our official website. Our webmaster, photographer, cook, Gary Hoot does a fine job. Good side-by-side race there, folks, as Sonny Tyndall was a 420 at 171 miles per hour, Weatherford 418 at 171. So good side-by-side run. A lot quicker than a 446. First pair in the water box, this final round of qualifying will be Sonny Tyndall from Casey, South Carolina, and Randy Weatherford from Providence, North Carolina. Both cars complete the burnout across the racing surface. The Jerry High's-built Corvette of Randy Weatherford here on the tower side in the Varner Holland lane. Powered by Gene Fulton 706-inch power plant with a couple 3 systems of nitrous oxide. Sonny Tyndall with the 706 by Charlie Bug racing engines of Team North Carolina. And that's Tommy Mooney built machine. We all know Tommy Mooney. If you follow pro modified racing at all, you know who Tommy Mooney is. Car builder out of Shelby, North Carolina. Shop located just across the line in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Sonny from Casey, South Carolina, just outside Columbia. Tyndall Electric Service sponsored Pontiac Grand Am. Mike turns on the nitrous oxide system. Sonny purges the bottle. Randy Weatherford doing the same to the power side. Round qualifying for these two gentlemen on the starting line. Randy Weatherford sponsored by WS Construction out of Danville, Virginia. Had a brain locked up right there, folks. You know, a little air bubble, I think, right there between my ears. But anyway, these guys qualified right now. Randy Weatherford in the number 3 spot, Sonny in the number 5 spot. So they are on the same side of the ladder sheet, but that should change right now. As 1, 2 moves up quite a bit right now. With a good run, 418 at 172 miles per hour. Will pick up a couple of spots there. 418.2 will move him into the number 3 spot. So Sonny Tyndall will move up to number 3, and Randy Weatherford gets moved to number 4. Next pair in the water box be Todd Tutterow and Dale Brinsfield. The JW Motorsports Ford Probe of Jerry Williams from Blufftown, North Carolina. Dale Brinsfield behind the controls. Over in the Atlantic Racing Lane, on the tower side, the Varner Lane. Todd Tutterow in that wild 41 Willis sitting on the number 8 spot. We know he can go there. Tudrow and the guys just getting the Willis back from the paint shop on Wednesday night. They've been working on the machine Wednesday night and Thursday, last night, and this morning, getting it back together in race shape and bringing it out here to Mooresville Dragway. Coon and Robert, the whole family, doing a great job getting it back together. Neil and the whole bunch, Brad, getting that Willis back on track. Springfield, earlier I made the mistake of saying that was Jerry Finkel that helped out on the fourth row. It was not. It was Jerry Haas race cars. I know that's a pride thing between those car builders, and I know I apologize to Jerry Williams in the game, but it was Jerry Haas race cars, the original builder of that Ford Pro. Jerry Finkel built the Pro before this one. So sometimes, man, my mind loses me sometimes, or I lose it, or it's Tudrow is sponsored by Stanley Phillips Electric, Regal Ford in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, Doug Herbert Performance Parts, Carolina Dillon and Blackson, Danbeck Ford, sponsor for Jerry Williams and Dale Brinsfield, along with Hanks Brothers Automotive of Statesville, North Carolina. Gene Fulton Power Plant on the wall, one's aboard, one's not. Shuts it off. Tudrow 416 with a 5, the number 3 spot. Sonny Tindall goes to number 4. So once again, Tudrow moving up in the field into the top half. He wants lane choice in round number 1. Dale Brinsfield with a .9. Ace High Performance foot brake to the staging lanes, please. Ace High Performance foot brake to the staging lanes, please. Next pair in the water box, it'll be Buzz Varner and Dwayne White. On the 104 TQR, Secure One, Cheerwine, Bill Clemens RV World Chevrolet Corvette, also sponsored by Cross Technology Precision Machining, Crossroads Camper Tops. Once again, Ace High Performance foot brake to the staging lane, please. Ace High Performance foot brake to the staging lane, please. Buzz Varner out of Graham, North Carolina, comes to the line, laid down the number 1 qualifying run in round number 1, ran a 4:14. Then round 2 had engine problems. The guys made an engine swap, and they've got Jezebel in there now, a Fulton Power Plant, 706-inch. The other engine they called Chubby is having some belly aches, so we're going to have to go back to Gene Fulton for some petrol. Pop the nitroartvideo system as it cleans the lines out, purging it through the motor, get it ready to rock. Mike showing the line to Buzz Varner, trying to get Buzz in the groove where that car will stick down this 8 mile. So with the different power plants, you got different clutch setup, folks, so you try to figure it all out. This is a shot in the dark with a totally different setup. So let's see what Buzz Varner, Don Clemens, and the gang will here in this qualifying. Ford 13 with a 7 picks it up, folks. I'm telling you what, that's a shot in the dark, and that's a good shot right there, right down the 8th mile. Ford 13 with a 7 and a .998 60-foot time. Steve Vick from Mooresville, North Carolina, in the tower lane of the raceway. Tucson Cigarettes is free cigarettes giveaway over at Steve Vick's trailer. Tucson Cigarettes and Renegade Tobacco Company in Mooresville, North Carolina. Free cigarette giveaway for folks that are 21 and over. 21 and over must have valid identification. Jansen will back up her husband here in the tower lane, Steve Vick. He made a decent run earlier this afternoon with a 4:16.3. He's your number 2 qualifier. He knows that car goes faster as well. Chuck and Aubrey and the guys have been working on that machine, getting it ready to go for this round. Greg Godwin and his guys from Walterboro, South Carolina, Mike helping them out over Sonny Tindall's crew. Godwin trying to pick up some time. Been struggling with his setup as well, folks. This 706-inch power plant by Charlie Buck Racing. And KM built Corvette, Mooresville by Don Fleming. Trying to pick it up, move on into the top half of the field is Johnson. Big number one. 390, that's a rear wheel start there, folks. 390 is a rear wheel start by Greg Godwin as a 414 with a 6 for Steve Vick. A heck of a run at 174 miles per hour. He'll stay the number 2 qualifier as Don Clemens and the gang with both. And the tower lane of the raceway is Sonny Tyndall from Casey, South Carolina to take on Greg Godwin from Walterboro, South Carolina, his 63 Corvette. Oh yeah, baby, 700 plus cubic inches, turning about 7,500 RPM. These cars producing about 2,500 horsepower. When you add in the nitrous oxide, these things are like bottle rockets. That's what I call them, bottle rockets, because they use a bottle to make them go that fast. It's them big blue ones. Nitrous oxide. The engine's making about 1,500 horsepower just on racing gasoline. And then you add about 3 stages of nitrous oxide, and you accelerate these machines off the starting line from a dead stop right on the starting line. 0 to 175 miles an hour in 4 seconds. That's talking about setting you back in the seat, baby. Bracket race, well, actually this stuff was born here in the Southeast. Match race. These guys started out back in the day, then the advent of top sportsmen in IHRA competition, and then now what is pro modified. Gasoline, nitrous oxide, a volatile combination, folks, no doubt about it. You're sitting on a bomb, basically. These cylinders fill up with gasoline and nitrous, and then it's ignited by the ignition system. That's what makes horsepower. Gonna see who's gonna face it off here. Greg Godwin trying to knock off Sonny Tyndall, the higher qualifier. We gotta see him up there. Beats a 421, margin of victory 11 thousandths of a second. Greg Godwin's quickest run of the day comes in the first round, and he almost takes out Sonny Tyndall. They were fairly even at the start on the reaction. Out of Ridgeway, South Carolina, the Tower Lane. Tutterow out of Louisville, North Carolina, YO Motorsports. That 41 Willis. Dwayne White is, looks like he's broke back here, folks. It's going to be a competition break for Tutterow as White and the fellows back here just having problems. A competition break solo is competition. They're having problems, not able to make the first round call. So Tutterow will take the round and move into the semifinals. Looks like Tutterow turning the tail lights on the Willis. That way we can see him out there. Sammy Phillips Electric, Regal Ford in Winston-Salem, Doug Herbert Performance Parts, and Carolina Drilling and Blasting. Sponsors on that Tommy Mooney built Willis. 706-inch power plant by Gene Fulton competition. They call it Jumperoni, the power plant between the frame rails of that Willis. Todd up there a few minutes ago adjusting on his clutch. He was just sitting in the car just sweating. That's what it's all about, folks. Blood, sweat, and tears getting these race cars next week. Big up there in the final round of qualifying. Good enough for the number 3 spot. Let's see if that car can pick up. He's still got that final to run off between him and Ricky Smith when Ricky gets back from Sonoma, California. Let's see what Tutterow's got in the first round. See if he gets that lane score. Tutterow making a good move through the finish line. He moves at only 161 miles per hour. He was on one whale of a run, folks, a 101.60, 271 to the half track, but the car moving toward